The diner was silent, so silent you could hear the old wall clock ticking above the counter. Everyone stared at the tall, blonde teen who had just spat on the trembling waitress's apron. His designer jacket gleamed under the neon light, and his smirk dripped with arrogance. The old woman froze, humiliated. Coffee trembled in her wrinkled hands, but what the boy didn't notice, what would change his entire life, were the three leather-jacketed bikers sitting in the corner booth, watching every second. One of them muttered, "Did that punk just spit on her?" The leader leaned back slowly, eyes cold. "Yeah. And he just made the biggest mistake of his life." Cut to title card, music swells, based on a true story of respect, regret, and redemption. It was a small-town diner, one of those places where the smell of bacon, coffee, and nostalgia filled the air. Margaret, 68 years old, had been working there since her husband passed away 10 years ago. Her hands were tired, her back ached, but she still wore the same soft smile for every customer. That morning was no different until he walked in. Tyler Warren, 18, son of billionaire construction mogul Peter Warren, stepped through the door with his two friends. Loud, laughing, and reeking of privilege, they treated the diner like a playground. Margaret approached politely. "Good morning, boys. What can I get you?" Tyler didn't look up from his phone. "A real waitress, maybe," he said with a smirk. His friend snickered. She chuckled softly, pretending not to hear. "We've got pancakes, bacon, eggs." Before she could finish, Tyler rolled his eyes. "I said black coffee. Don't make it gross." A few tables away, three bikers sat quietly, men with tattoos, long beards, and heavy boots. They were members of the Iron Faith Brotherhood, a group known more for charity rides than trouble. Their leader, Hank Bear Lawson, was a Vietnam vet in his 50s, gruff on the outside, but with the kind of eyes that had seen too much pain to ignore cruelty. Margaret brought the coffee with shaking hands. "Here you go, sweetheart." Tyler stared at it. "This isn't hot enough." She smiled nervously. "Oh, sorry, I'll..." And then it happened that he spat on her apron right there. "Maybe try doing your job next time," he sneered. His friends laughed. The diner went completely still. Margaret froze. Her lips trembled, her eyes glistened, but she didn't say a word. She just wiped her apron and whispered, "I'm sorry, sir." From the corner booth, Hank stood up slowly. His heavy boots hit the floor like thunder. His brothers followed, Tank and Diesel, towering men with silent fury in their eyes. They walked toward the counter. The laughter stopped. Hank's voice was low and steady. "You think that's funny, boy?" Tyler turned, annoyed. "Who are you, Grandpa? Some kind of circus act?" Hank leaned closer, his presence like a storm cloud. "No. Just a man who was raised to respect the hands that serve you food." Tyler scoffed, but his friends started shifting nervously. Diesel muttered, "Apologize." "Now." Tyler chuckled. "For what?" "She's just a waitress." Margaret stepped between them. "Please, it's all right. Don't make trouble over me." Hank looked at her, softening. "Ma'am, with all due respect, someone's gotta teach this boy what respect means." Before things could escalate, a police car drove by outside. Tyler smirked, tossed a $100 bill on the counter, and strutted out. "Keep the change, Grandma." The bikers exchanged glances. Hank sighed. "Let him go. We'll see him again." Margaret looked down, tears spilling quietly onto her apron. She whispered, "Some people have everything, and still have nothing." Later that night, Tyler drove his sports car toward the outskirts of town, speeding, music blaring, ego unshaken, but fate had a strange way of circling back. Up ahead, he saw flashing hazard lights, a motorcycle parked on the side of the road. Beside it, the same old waitress knelt, trying to fix a flat tire on her beat-up car. He slowed down, rolled his eyes, and muttered, "Figures. That old woman again." But before he could pass, his tire hit a nail. The car skidded and came to a stop. Flat tire. Pitch dark. No signal. Margaret looked up, startled. "Oh, it's you," she said softly. He swallowed his pride. "Yeah. Looks like I'm stuck too." They stood there awkwardly for a moment, silence broken only by crickets. Finally, she said gently, "There's a spare in your trunk. I can help you change it." Tyler blinked. You know how to change a tire?" She smiled faintly. "My husband taught me. He used to fix cars before the cancer took him." He felt a pang of guilt. He watched her kneel again, her fragile hands working with quiet strength. Every movement whispered dignity, the kind he'd never appreciated. When the tire was fixed, he looked at her, ashamed. "Why'd you help me? After what I did?" She sighed, "Because someone once helped me when I didn't deserve it. Anger only makes the heart heavier, son." Her words hit him harder than any slap could. Just then, headlights appeared, 3 motorcycles roaring toward them. Tyler stepped back nervously. Oh no, it was Hank and the brothers. Hank killed the engine, walked up slowly, and looked at Margaret. "You okay, ma'am?" She smiled. "Just fine, Hank. Just helping this young man out." Hank turned to Tyler, his eyes like steel. "So, you're the one from the diner." Tyler gulped. "Listen, Hank interrupted. "We ain't here to hurt you. We're here to teach you." He pulled off his jacket and handed it to Tyler. "See this patch? Iron Faith. We help people. We respect people. That's what makes a man, not money, not cars, not your daddy's last name." Margaret nodded softly. "He's right, son." Tyler lowered his head. I'm sorry. For everything. I didn't realize." Hank put a hand on his shoulder. "Then start realizing. Come to the diner tomorrow. Help her for a week. You'll see what real work feels like." To everyone's surprise, Tyler showed up the next morning. He washed dishes, took orders, carried trays. At first clumsy, then humbled. He learned names. Heard stories. Watched how people treated Margaret, with love, with respect. By the end of the week, he wasn't the same boy anymore. He bought her a new apron, with embroidered words. "Thank you for teaching me respect." When the bikers came by again, he poured their coffee with a smile. Hank grinned. "Looks like the boy learned something." Tyler nodded. "Yeah. That it doesn't cost a dime to be kind."